So according to Tom Holland, the story of Spider-Man 3 is going to be insane. But the bigger question is, will it be better than the Batman? What is going on, my amazing YouTube friends? ELT coming at you, reading an article from comicbook.com. As you can see the headline right over here, Marvel's Spider-Man 3 story is insane, according to Tom Holland. Marvel's Spider-Man star Tom Holland is just coming down the final stretch of promoting his new Disney Pixar film Onward, but he's already hyping up fans for the upcoming Spider-Man 3. In the new interview, Holland shares just how excited he is to shoot the third installment of the Sony Marvel Spider-Man movie series, while also teasing that the script from Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home scribes is nothing less than insane. That's not a surprise, given that Far From Home ended with Spider-Man's secret identity as Peter Parker being exposed to the world by new villain Mysterio, played, of course, by Jake Gyllenhaal. How, it seems nowhere in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is safe for Spider-Man, of course, talking about the ending of Spider-Man Far From Home, which, I guess, spoiler alert, even though I kind of already read it. If you haven't seen the movie yet, that's just on you, bro. But Mysterio reveals to the world that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and they could easily solve that with the Skrulls, but I digress. Anyway, speaking with Inquirer.net, Tom Holland confirmed earlier reports that Marvel's Spider-Man 3, which of course is a working title, it's going to be called Spider-Man Home something, maybe it'll be called Spider-Man Homesick. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but Spider-Man 3 will be shooting this summer. Again, we'll see. I'm super happy about it, says Tom Holland. We will be shooting Spider-Man 3 in July in Atlanta. Again, we'll see, as I'm pretty sure, unless you've been living under a rock, most of us are well aware that there's a certain virus going around that the media will have you believe is the end of the world, but again, I digress. Look, people, just wash your hands, okay? We've been through much worse. Okay? We will survive. You have my word. The article goes on. As for that insane script, well, this isn't the first time that Tom Holland has described the next Spider-Man film with such big talk. When the Spider-Man 3 creative pitched the news story to Sony, Holland teased that it was something very special, something very different, and that it would be bigger and better than other installments, which, like this article, gotta give him credit, he kind of does say that about every movie. Again, every actor usually does say that their next movie is going to be bigger and better, so this is all just hype talk. They say that about every Spider-Man movie. They said that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was going to be the biggest Spider-Man movie ever, and it has its ups, it has its downs, more downs than ups. But once again, I digress. In the context of the MCU and where Far From Home left off, it would be easy to see Spider-Man 3's story revolving around an all-out hunt for Spider-Man by Kraven the Hunter, with Peter Parker hounded by enemies, pursued by law enforcement, and even trying to find Marvel's superhero allies wherever he can. Again, I talked about it in a video a couple days ago that Michael Mandu, the guy that plays Matt Gargan in Spider-Man Homecoming, he teased that Scorpion may be returning in Spider-Man 3 with a little post over there, a little tweet over there of himself with a Scorpion emoji. Go check out that video if you haven't done so already. Kraven the Hunter has also been in talks for being the next villain in a Spider-Man movie. However, there have also been some conflicting rumors. Some are saying that he may be the main villain in Spider-Man 3, while others are saying that Sony may be wanting to doing a solo Kraven the Hunter movie, which a solo Kraven the Hunter movie without Spider-Man, I think, would be incredibly stupid. If they're going to do a Kraven the Hunter solo movie, you gotta include Spider-Man, I believe, and have him be, a background character. I think that would be interesting to kind of flip the script, so to say, instead of having the superhero be the main antagonist of the movie, the guy that you follow, the guy you see everything from his perspective. Have it be from the villain's perspective. Have it be from Craven's perspective. Have him go around New York City, the concrete jungle of New York City, searching and hunting down Spider-Man, getting into fights with Spider-Man, and then ultimately, like in the comic book Craven's Last Hunt, maybe have him kill Spider-Man. Have him bury Tom Holland's Spider-Man alive. Maybe not have him kill himself in the end, because that would be kind of dark for Disney, but there are workarounds. At least that's what I think. Maybe we'll get Sinister Six. Who knows? However, while that would definitely be a massive scope for a Spider-Man movie and fitting conclusion to Spider-Man's MCU story, it would also make it hard for the film to seem like a Spider-Man story rather than a Marvel movie that happened to feature Spider-Man. Which, I guess you could say some people have criticized. I myself have been a little bit critical of it. You look at Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, they aren't true blue Spider-Man movies. There are some Spider-Man elements in it, and of course Spider-Man is in the movie, but it just seems like the bigger Marvel Cinematic Universe kind of overshadows Spider-Man in those two movies as compared to the Sam Raimi trilogy, the amazing Spider-Man duo of movies, and Into the Spider-Verse. Those are more Spider-Man movies, whereas Homecoming and Far From Home are Spider-Man movies with the shadow of the MCU overcasting them. It'll be fun to see Spidey back in his element, out of the shadow of Tony, please, out of the shadow of other Avengers, again, please, and his own man now as his own hero, Feige said in the July interview when asked how the franchise moves forward following Far From Home's mid-credits shocker. Maybe we'll get Shocker. And yet, now facing his own challenges that aren't coming from Avengers fighting like Captain America Civil War, or aliens coming like Avengers Infinity War, or Avengers Endgame. It's all Peter-focused and Peter-based, and ultimately, in the end, I think we could all agree that that's truly what we want, especially as hardcore Spider-Man fans. We really just want a Spider-Man movie. The last Spider-Man movie we had was The Amazing Spider-Man 2, arguably. Some may say Into the Spider-Verse, but that was more of a Spider-Man, Spider-Person movie, a multiverse movie. I'm talking about a true 100% Spider-Man story from start to finish without any other distractions. We haven't had that in a long time, and I hope that Marvel's Spider-Man 3, Home, blah blah blah, whatever it may be called, delivers on that. What are your thoughts on Spider-Man 3? Are you hyped for Spider-Man 3? Or are you more hyped for the Batman? Are you hyped for both? Which movie do you think will be better? Do you think that Spider-Man 3 will get delayed? There is that possibility that filming may get delayed and the release date may be pushed back because of this certain I can't say it because, YouTube, but this certain little thing that's going around. So there is a possibility that this movie may be delayed, but let me know all that in the comment section down below, and until next time, this is ELT, signing out.